Hey guys, Draco here with my new account, and this video we're going to talk about how to start a new account in Guardian Tales. So as you can see right here, I got my new mono water team and it's almost set up. I'm missing the weapon for Marina. I'm not sure if I'm gonna summon for that or if I'm going to end up ignoring it for now, mileaging it later. We'll see. I don't really want Veronica. I'll keep either Rachel or Coco in, maybe Elvira, depending on what does the most damage for me. Anyways, that's my team, and here's how you want to do it so that you can set up your own mono team and be good to go. Or maybe it's not a mono team, maybe it's more of a PvP team. Either way, you're going to want to decide on your team first. Do you want a PvP meta team, which is Future Princess, Ogma, let's see, Future Knight, etc. You want a team like that? Or do you want a raid team, which is what I decided to do, mono water, extremely high damage in raids. I'm like, yeah, I want that so I can help my guild out. Or if you don't know exactly what you want, then just go with a mono team, right? Like, you don't know which element is good, you don't know which banner it's gonna be, so just go with a mono team around whatever banner is going on right now or will be going on right after, like in the next update. So you're going to have to pay attention to the banners because this affects how you start. For example, there was a water banner coming up and it was going to have all the water heroes, Garam, Bianca, Marina, and the new, what's her name, Veronica? Veronica's not that good in my opinion, so, or at least just, I'm not gonna go for her. I'm just skipping her for now. Maybe I'll get Nari later and she'll fit into this team. She doesn't do water damage, but it might be okay to give her a water basket. I don't know. I'll decide what happens later. I picked the water team because I wanted their damage for raid and there was a water banner coming up, so it's like perfect time for me. And so once you start, because you've already picked out your team, so you start now, you clear the entire story. World 1 through 9, including the side stories and the nightmare versions of the regular World 1 through 9. And you're going to want to use as few resources as possible. You're also going to want to use characters that fit your future team. For example, Rachel. I happen to get her weapon. She's a water element. Coco, but you don't get Coco until like World 8. So yeah, I was kind of late, so I couldn't do that properly here. And then you're going to want to save up all your gems and summon unneeded banners only. What does that mean? I had 40,000 gems in the previous banner, which had Future Knight and Future Princess, and some would say that's a good banner to summon on, like a really good banner. Those are OP heroes, but that's okay if you want a PvP meta team or if you want a light mono team or a basic element mono team. I wanted the water element mono team and I wanted it for raid. So even though it was a good banner to summon on and they had really good heroes, that's not what I'm focusing on. And so I completely ignored it and I stayed focused on what my team needed, which was the water elemental banner. Save up all your gems and only summon on the needed banners. And once you have your team set up like mine, then you're going to want to, and by the way, these are things that I'm testing right now because I'm in the process of doing this. I've got my team set up, but now I am strengthening my team. And so that means farming the gold/item dungeons. Hopefully you did some of this before, right? And this is for leveling up your equipment. For example, I already got Garam's bow leveled up and Bianca's bow leveled up. I don't have Marina's weapon, but as soon as I get it, I'm not about to trade this weapon for it, but I'd be willing to trade someone else's weapon. For example, I don't know, I might keep Elvira's weapon, but she has a really good weapon, level 72 water gun, which I might just be able to get rid of that and give it XP for Marina's sword. So either way, you farm gold/item dungeons to level up your equipment, and then you do tower. So that means this tower right here and the tower in Heavenhold. You do these towers for XP to level up your heroes because every single stage gives XP and it gives a little more XP than what the XP dungeon gives at least at lower levels. And then you want to farm the evolution dungeon only when you're able to do level 70 and level 80 evolution dungeon runs, because anything below that probably not worth it really. And one more thing is you want to use rare accessories like sharpshooters or ring of fortress For example, Garam, he's got this, and Bianca's got a sharpshooter. What is this? Greed earrings, and then Ring of Fortress for the tanky units. There's also the gold pocket watch for units that need skill regen. And so you want to use these. Make sure you don't like just throw them away. That way you don't have to farm Mirror's Rift. Now obviously later you might want to farm Mirror's Rift, at least for your arena units, but for every other unit you're gonna want these older accessories so that you can avoid having to also farm Mirror's Rift for their accessories. And then once you do that, in about 2.5 months or so, you should have your team fully set. So you should have at least 3 units, right? In my example, it's going to be Garam, Bianca, and Marina that are max limit broken, max evolution, or 5 stars evolution. And then Training Grounds is going to give you another max limit broken unit. And so you're going to want to use that for your 4th unit. And your team by then should be set, right? And so what you're going to want to do next is, well, you decide exactly what you want to do next. Because you have like 3 options. You can either make a second mono team. Again, continuing the raid idea where you want to do raids. So maybe you set up a fire mono team or a dark mono team. Or you can make a meta, or my bad, you can level up the meta PvP heroes, which is going to be Future Princess, it's going to be Future Knight, Agma, etc. You decide which ones you want for your team, you get them, and you level them up. That's going to be a little faster than leveling up an entire mono team, which is 4 units instead of like 2 to 3. You know, if you want to participate in PvP, and not just participate, but get good, like get to masters, then you're going to have to do that. And then there's the last thing you can do, which is farm late game items. These are for the buffs, and honestly this is the best option in my opinion, but it's the least fun. So you're going to want to be getting collection buffs. So you're going to want to make sure you have all of those for all your units, and it kind of sucks and it's kind of boring and it takes a long time. And the real bad one is this one, leveling them up to level 60. Oof, that's gonna be hard. And then collecting the costumes, that's a little bit easier, and it gives you a pretty decent buff. Plus you get cute costumes for all your characters. So yeah, those are your options. Second mono team, finally get the PvP heroes if you didn't go for that, and then late game options, or my bad, late game items for the buffs that they give you. And you can see all the buffs you have right here on your team. And I am missing a lot, especially from Guardian level, the Guardian base camp level. So anyways, that's pretty much how you start a new account. You decide on your team before you start, making sure you look at the banners, because you don't want to get caught on the wrong banner and not get the units you want for way longer, because you actually need unique heroes to get through some of the story. And then you start and you clear world 1 through 9, the side missions, the nightmare versions, with as few resources as possible. Make sure you keep your rare accessories that you get, for example sharpshooter and Ring of Fortress, Greed Earring, etc., pocket watch, you know, the usual. And you're gonna want to save up all your gems for the needed banners only. And the heroes you get, before you get your unique heroes to make your team, you want to make sure that they fit in with your team. In case you have to wait a little longer to get all 4 of your unique heroes, you can replace them with some of these teammates of yours. And then you work on strengthening your team. Try to avoid farming the XP dungeon and only do gold dungeon, item dungeon, and most importantly, evolution dungeon. And then from then on, you decide whether you want to make a second team, whether you want to get the PvP heroes, or you want to farm for late game items. And that is how you start a new account in Guardian Tales. Hope you guys found this useful. If you did, maybe consider subscribing, and I hope to see you all in the next video.